We continue to track closely the developments there in Madaya, where nearly 42,000 residents remain at risk of hunger and starvation. The UN said yesterday, and I think we talked about this as well, that it had received credible reports of people dying from starvation and being killed while trying to leave. Madaya is emblematic of regime behavior throughout Syria, and we urge the Assad regime to fulfill immediately its stated pledge, which you may have seen this morning, to lift its siege and to allow humanitarian access, not just to Madaya, but to a town called Fua and another town called Kafraya, as well as many other towns throughout Syria that are suffering at the hands of the Assad regime. We're looking for actions, not words. The regime's record of broken promises on humanitarian access must stop now. We also urge Russia to use its influence with the Assad regime to get the regime to allow immediate and unfettered humanitarian assistance to reach those in need on an ongoing basis. Can't be a one-off. Relief organizations should not have to argue over every little bit of access to help save people's lives. And of course, it's unacceptable that these conditions are created in the first place. To bring an end to this and to other daily horrors imposed on Syrians, we remain committed, and this underscores the need to keep advancing a negotiated political transition in Syria that stops the violence and ends the conflict. And so, while we certainly there's an immediate need of humanitarian access to people in need, there's also an urgent need for the conditions that create that to stop. It's not just enough that humanitarian organizations get to these places. The kind of abuse that they're being forced to endure needs to stop. And then thirdly, again, it's all the more reason why the political process, the Vienna process, getting to the political transition in Syria, needs to continue and needs to go and it needs to continue unabated.